You need to stop everything that you're doing right now and go out and pick up the Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight series. Just like right now, ASAP, because it's so good. Picked up the series thanks to Reagan's reviews on Peru's Project. I really love her as a booktuber, and she just raved about Throne of Glass series and Crown of Midnight. And I know she reads a lot of high fantasy books, and for her to really like this, I just thought this might be worth reading. So thank you, Reagan. So this review is gonna be kind of a two-parter. I'm gonna briefly give you a synopsis of the books, try to get you interested on them because they're awesome, and then I'm gonna talk about the things that I liked, that I didn't like. So that's the more spoilery part. I'll let you know when that comes by, so you can just stop right there and go and pick up the books, because seriously, they're amazing. So the Throne of Glass series is a high fantasy young adult book series. It's about 6 books. They're still in the works, and it follows the story of this young assassin called Selena Sardathian. She lives in Aurelia, which is this fantastic continent where there used to be magical beings and magic and everything, but about 10 years ago, this king who's like hell-bent on controlling everything in Aurelia, he banishes magic. And so the story picks up on Selena's journey. So one day, the crown prince of Adarlan, which is the biggest kingdom in Aurelia, the crown prince goes to Selena Sardathian. She's currently working in the concentration camp, and he offers her freedom in exchange for her participating in a championship that will make her the king's champion. So basically that would make her his executioner, the person who does all his dirty deeds. And obviously she wants her freedom, so she goes for it and she participates in this championship. All this happens in the Throne of Glass book, and it's pretty cool. It's like really, it sets up the world really nicely. It's not my favorite book. It wasn't perfect by any means. I gave it a 4 out of 5 in Goodreads. So Crown of Midnight picks up right after she wins the championship and becomes the king's champion. So the book deals with her accomplishing all the missions that he sends her out on. Also deals with the evolving relationship she has with Kael Westfall, who's the captain of the guard for the king, and there is this really, really awesome relationship that blossoms between them. It also deals with the evolving character of the crown prince Dorian and everything that happens with him, which is, he has a really cool story in this book. And it also deals with the politics that surround the continent and the kingdom, especially in the shape of Nahimi. She's Selena's best friend, and everything that happens with her is just really, really interesting. So enough synopsis. The cool thing about Crown of Midnight is that basically we just really get to touch on the magic that was present in Adarlan before everything happened with the king. The thing that I really, really liked was Dorian's development. Dorian just became such a strong character. He just went from being this like really prissy boy to this like powerful, empowered kind of prince who takes what he wants and he goes for it. And also, he's a magical person. Like, he has magic, he can use it, which is really, really awesome. I didn't really love all the romantic elements in the novel. I felt like there should have been more fantasy than romance. I felt like they just like went around and around the romantic story between Selena and Kael. Don't get me wrong, I love the two of them together. I really, really root for them before, and I just really liked when they got together, but at the same time, it was just, at times it was just too mushy and too like, oh my gosh, I'm blushing for Kael and everything. I was like, no, just don't. I can't even. Didn't really care too much for the Archer storyline. It was kind of iffy. I guess it worked in terms of her saving Kael at the end and just kind of gaining her powerful assassin persona back. But beyond that, I didn't really care too much for it. The one thing that I really, really liked about this book is that we finally get to see Selena as the ruthless assassin that she has been portrayed to be, but never really, like, we don't see that in the first book, but here we see how ruthless, how powerful, how truly dangerous. She really is, and that is really, really amazing because that contrasts with the really romantic, mushy stuff that happens at one point of the book, and then we see the more ruthless stuff, and it's kind of sad because of how it comes about, but at the same time it's so good. Oh yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Crown of Midnight. I really loved it. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars in Goodreads. I might be updating a full review there later on in the week, so if you want to hear more about my thoughts on the book, go and check it out. I'm gonna put the link down below. Beyond that, just let me know in the comments what you thought about the book, if you want to read it, if you don't. And yeah, have a good day, guys. Bye.